We in this bitch. Finna get crunk. Baby hairs on fleek. Ooh, frontal on fleek. Frontal gang gang. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Michelle with Prettiest Problem. If this is your first time here, I create videos on beauty, fitness, and lifestyle. I'm on my fitness journey. As always, it is a lifestyle, so I love posting motivational videos and fitness videos, as well as all things beauty. So I would love for you to consider subscribing to my channel and turning on your post notifications so that you can be updated every time I upload a new video. If you're an oldie but goodie, hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel, and let's get into the video. So I have many clients that I work with as a freelance makeup artist, and a lot of times we discuss them doing their own makeup. They want to know how to do a basic face and they're just lacking that knowledge. So I decided today that I would record a video on how to do like a really simple, basic 10-minute, the bare necessities face. So if you're interested in that or you would like to learn a little bit more, then please stay tuned. Okay, so I have my little personal makeup kit here with all of my little goodies in it. But for this video, I'm really going to try to keep it as basic as possible. So my face is completely clean and moisturized. If you don't know, I use the Tatcha Deep Cleanser and their water cream moisturizer. And I'm going to go ahead and do my brows. I already have a video on my brows, so I would link it up here in the cards and also in the description below. But if you're interested in seeing how to do your brows, then I'm going to direct you to go to that video because I really want to focus on just doing a quick kind of face. So I'm going to go ahead and do my brows and we're going to just rush right through that part. So I just shaped up my brows a tad bit. I'm not really going to go into detail on that. So the first thing that you want to do is get a primer. So a primer's purpose is to keep your makeup on all day. Some primers work for different things. It could be for oily skin. It could be to smooth out your pores if you have any fine lines and make covering the lines. But you find a primer that works for you, your skin type, and that's going to be your first step. So I love this Milk Hydro Grip Primer, and I'm just going to take 2 pumps and rub that into my face. So this is going to act as a barrier between the makeup and your skin. And it's going to also help your makeup to last all day. So some people wonder why they put on some foundation in the morning and by 2 o'clock you don't see it anymore. It's typically because you may not be using a primer. Now, this is a bonus step. This is not a part of the 10-minute process. But if you tend to get very oily, which I do, I like applying some powder over my primer. And this will just help to prevent oils from spreading on your face throughout the day. So again, this is not a part of the 10-minute process, but I'm going to do it anyway because it will help my face from becoming oily throughout the day. I only really put it on my T-zone where I get pretty oily. So the next thing I'm going to do is highlight, and that's going to be with a concealer. The concealer is going to be slightly lighter than your skin tone. I just went away, so I have a little bit of a tan, so this is going to be a little bit too light, but I'm going to mix it in with my foundation and it should help it to like calm it down a little bit. So I'm going to highlight under my eyes, my nose, and this is really an optional step. I would suggest mostly highlighting under your eyes, but the nose and the rest of the face is pretty optional. But the eyes is really going to help brighten up your face and help you to look like you're awake and alive. And it's just going to get rid of those dark circles under your eyes and things like that. So underneath the eyes is going to be the main part. And I'm just going to go down my nose and a little bit on my chin. That's typically what I do. Now I'm going to take a dampened sponge. This is one of those egg looking sponges. It's damp enough to where I can squeeze it and it's like really like a sponge. So I'm just going to take that and I'm going to take a little bit of my foundation. Once you get a concealer that matches really well, you don't have to do this foundation part. I'm just doing it because I'm a little bit darker. I'm just going to take a little bit of that foundation and I'm just going to softly pat that underneath my eyes. And this is just going to kind of darken up that concealer a little bit. But you want to concentrate the concealer right here in this triangle area, outside of your eyes, down to the side of your nose, and right on the inner corner of your tear duct. And again, that's just going to help brighten up that area. You're going to look a little bit more awake. If you have bags, it usually helps to conceal that as well. So it's just a good technique to learn how to do. And you can use that same concealer that you use on your eyebrows. It's just finding like a really good color that matches you. So this is what I look like typically before I put on my foundation. Now I'm going to go ahead in with my foundation, and I love the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, and my perfect match is between these two. This is the It Cosmetics, but you're going to find the perfect match for your skin color, and that's going to be your foundation, and it works for your skin type, whether you oily or dry. I'll get into that more in a different video. So I'm going to take my foundation and I'm going to mix them together to make my perfect color. Again, you can just have one color that's your perfect color. And I'm going to take that everywhere that I didn't put the highlight. So I'm going to take that right down here on my cheeks, down this side, right under the concealer. I'll take it on the sides of my nose. And honestly, you really don't have to be that neat with this because we're just going to blend it in anyway. So I take it around my mouth and so on. Now we look like we got our tribal thing going on. I'm going to go back in with this beauty blender. You can take the bottom, or I usually like to take the side, and I'll just start patting that in and making sure that it covers everywhere we need it to cover. I'll also go on top of my eyelids, making sure not to cover up my brow work that I perfected. But if I do cover it up, I can go back over it. That's why I usually do my brows last, because it's just cleaner and neater and I don't mess them up. So when I do them first, you know, they're in the way at that point. You can also go over the highlight, and that'll just help to warm it up and make it look a lot more glow from within. But at this point, we're just making sure it's nice and blended up here as well. And your foundation really is just going to kind of even out your entire skin tone and make it look nice and smooth and flawless. Don't forget under your chin, and that is a nice quick process. So I'm gonna go back into this translucent powder that I have, place a little bit on my beauty blender and begin to pat it under the eyes where I highlighted. And this is just gonna bring that highlight back out a little bit, and it's also gonna set under your eyes. So you wanna make sure that under your eyes don't crease, and you're just gonna set it with that powder. I really put it in my T-zone area. Okay, so now we're set. I'm just gonna bronze my face just a little bit because it brings back a little bit of the definition onto my cheekbones. Once you put on your foundation, you tend to look a little flat, and we don't want that. So I'm gonna go in, and I just broke this today, literally, but this is a mineralized skin finish by MAC, and it's in this thing. I literally just broke it today. I'm so irritated about that, but I'm gonna take that powder and I'm gonna go in with a nice little fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna take it in circular motions, more so larger on the back of my cheek, like closer to my ear, and I'm gonna kind of pull it towards my lip. Just kind of watch how I'm doing it. So I'm just gonna put a little bit right here and pull it towards my lip, and this is gonna give me a little bit of shape back to my face. Do the same thing on the other side. Big circles back here, and then as I pull it this way, it's kind of like a straight line. And it's nothing major and dramatic. It's just something to, like I said, add the color back to your face. So after that I do that, I'm just gonna kind of pull it as well on the top of my forehead. So I'm gonna pull this back a little bit because it just adds that shadow and the dimension back around the sides of your face. So now after I have this done, I'm just gonna put a little bit of translucent powder on my eye, because anywhere that creases, if you don't set it, it's going to show more creases. So as you can see, I'm seeing the creases on my eyelids. So I'm just gonna kind of rub that in, and I'm gonna put some translucent powder on it. And you can honestly use the same brush that you use to put on your bronzer. And I'm just going to pack that right on my eyelid. And you can do this at the same time that you're packing it on earlier. I just kind of forgot that step. This is pretty much the finished face. Now, if you're just like trying to get out, all I would do is put on some mascara. If you have a little bit more time, matter of fact, yeah, let's go there. Let's go there, because I like a little bit more definition in my eyelids. So I'm gonna take that same MAC mineralized skin finish, and this is in the deepest dark. That's the color that I have. And I'm gonna take like a little fluffy blending brush, and I'm gonna pat that into this skin finish. And I'm just gonna take that right where my outer corner is on my eye and pull it in towards my brow. So right there, that little crease that's in your eye, natural crease, I'm just going to take this bronzer and pull it right into that crease. And it's just going to create a definition in my eye. It's going to create a little bit of a shadow, a natural shadow. And I don't know, I just like the way that looks. And I kind of pull it down by my nose as well. And it just kind of gives you a little bit of definition in there. You can do that with whatever bronzer you're using. And honestly, as you're doing this, it may take you more than 10 minutes at first, but once you get the hang of it, obviously, once you get the hang of anything, it's a lot quicker. But this is, to me, this is just like the kind of, not bare necessities, because we could have went less than this, but this is like I'm going to work, I want to look presentable, I have a meeting, maybe I'm going to lunch with a coworker or something like that. I'm going to take that same color and just kind of run it on the bottom of my eye as well. And you just want to look put together. You want to look presentable without looking over the top. So now we're fresh face. I'm going to go ahead and put on my mascara, and this is Voluminous by L'Oreal. Whatever is your favorite mascara that makes you feel amazing, go for it. I really don't have much lashes, so I typically tend to put on some lashes. This is also the point where if you are a eyeliner girl, which I can go with or without, you would go ahead and put on your eyeliner and then your mascara. A lot of people just put on eyeliner and mascara, but this is like the full face if you want to look polished. Oh, and my unit is created by Prettiest Strands. The hair in my custom unit. This is a custom lace frontal wig, and I also colored it. I'm still working on the color. We went on vacation, so I had to like quickly throw together a wig, and this is what I came up with. It was actually curly. Go check out my Instagram to see all of my fabulous pictures. We are pretty much good to go. If you put on a little lipstick, that's good, but we're gonna go a little extra mile. This is just for those girls who have extra time, maybe 15 minutes, okay? I'm gonna take some blush by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is like a peachy color. I think it just complements my skin very nicely. So I'm gonna throw on a little bit of this blush with the same bronzer thing that I put on the apples of my cheek, a little bit up here. And last but not least, I'm going to put on some like nude lipstick, which is just my Cork lip liner from MAC and Nude de Jour from MAC, as well as this Rimmel lipstick that I really love. It's some nude lipstick. I'm just gonna line my lips quickly. Okay, so this completes my professional 10-minute on the go. I want to look beat, but I don't want to be beat look. It took me probably longer because I was trying to explain how to do, but again, when you first start out, you're not going to really know, what to do. It's going to take you a lot longer, but as you practice and you are familiar with your products, it will get faster. So this will take you about 10 minutes, including the eyebrows. I'm going to go ahead and put on my lashes just so you can see how it looks a little bit more glammed up, because I just like lashes, and you can also add some highlight if you want as well. So I'm going to add lashes and highlight, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the final look, a little bit more glammed up with the lashes, and I put a little bit of highlight on, but it's not anything like major. It just gives me a soft glow. The highlight that I used actually is really, really beautiful. It's by Becca, and this is the collab that they did with Chrissy Teigen, which is John Legend. I think John Legend. Yeah, John Legend's wife. It looks like this, and it's a loose powder. I actually got it from like TJ Maxx because they had it there on sale. But it's a really, really soft glow. So this is just a look that you can do, like I said, in 10 minutes once you get the hang of it. If you're going to work and you just don't want to look like you just woke up, you have somewhere to go, but you don't want to do too much, this is what I would do. So I tend to just do more because I love doing makeup and I will make time for it. That's just my thing. But if you want just like a quick to the point look, I got you. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this look. Is this something that you feel like you can do? And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.